Middle-earth is calling once again. Just when we thought the journey had ended, when the ring was destroyed and the heroes had sailed into legend, a new announcement has reignited one of the greatest fantasy worlds ever created. A brand new Lord of the Rings movie is officially in development. Gandalf is returning. The hunt for Gollum will finally be shown on screen, and the timeline of the original story may be expanding in ways we never expected. But there's one question dividing fans across the world. Will Aragorn return, or will the king be replaced? Today, we're breaking down everything: the confirmed casting, the filming update that changes the schedule, the story possibilities, and why this film could redefine the future of Middle-earth. Welcome back to Subieverse, where every world becomes a universe. Few cinematic worlds have ever reached the level of impact that Middle-earth achieved. The universe created by J.R.R. Tolkien didn't just influence fantasy, it defined it. And when director Peter Jackson brought that world to life on screen, the result was more than a successful trilogy. It became a cultural milestone. The original films changed how epic storytelling could be done in cinema, blending massive scale with deeply personal character journeys. So when a new film titled The Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum was announced, fans immediately realized this wasn't just another spin-off. This was a return to the timeline of the original saga, the era audiences loved most. The biggest confirmation so far is the return of Gandalf, portrayed once again by Ian McKellen. And honestly, that changes everything. Gandalf isn't just another character, he is the spiritual core of the entire narrative. He's the one who understood the true danger of the ring before anyone else, the one who guided Frodo, the one who stood against darkness when hope seemed lost. Without Gandalf, a story set during that time period would feel incomplete. McKellen has expressed deep personal attachment to the role, making it clear that stepping back into Gandalf's robes isn't just another job, it's returning to a character that shaped his legacy. For fans, seeing him again won't just feel like a cameo, it will feel like going home. Now let's talk about the update that surprised everyone. Production is starting later than originally expected. At first, reports suggested filming would begin earlier in the year, but new information indicates a summer start, raising questions about scheduling, preparation, and the scale of the project. However, delays in major fantasy productions don't always signal problems. In fact, they often signal ambition. Movies set in Middle-earth require enormous preparation. Massive handcrafted sets, detailed armor and costumes, creature design and motion capture, location shooting across difficult terrain, complex visual effects planning. Rushing a project like this would be disastrous. Taking extra time could mean the filmmakers want to get every detail right, ensuring the film matches the quality of the original trilogy. The film is being directed by Andy Serkis, who originally portrayed Gollum through groundbreaking motion capture. Few people understand this character better than he does. Serkis didn't just act as Gollum, he helped redefine performance capture in cinema. His involvement suggests the film will focus heavily on character psychology, tension, and the darker side of Middle-earth. The story itself centers on a mysterious mission, the search for Gollum before the events of the main trilogy fully unfold. This was always one of the most intriguing, unseen chapters of the original story. A hidden hunt, a race against time, a shadow moving through the wilderness while the fate of the world quietly hangs in the balance. Now we come to the most controversial topic, Aragorn. Reports suggest the studio may recast the role with a younger actor due to timeline continuity. But for many fans, that idea feels almost unthinkable, because Aragorn is inseparable from Viggo Mortensen's performance. He wasn't just playing a hero, he embodied the quiet strength, humility, and leadership that defined the character. Recasting could risk breaking the illusion of continuity, yet keeping the original actor could challenge timeline accuracy. It's a difficult choice between nostalgia and realism, and whichever path they choose will shape how audiences accept the film. Because the hunt for Gollum takes place before the Fellowship's journey, the story could explore events only hinted at in the original films. We might see secret missions across Middle-earth, encounters with creatures and forces rarely shown on screen, the growing shadow of Sauron before open war begins, a darker, more suspense-driven narrative. Unlike the epic battles of the trilogy, this film could feel more like a tense adventure, a stealth story set in a world on the brink of chaos. This isn't just another addition to a franchise. It's a test of whether the magic of Middle-earth can truly return. Handled correctly, this film could open the door to a new era of stories set within the original timeline, expanding the universe without replacing what came before. Handled poorly, it risks feeling unnecessary. The balance between honoring the past and creating something new will determine its legacy. So the question now is simple. Are you ready to return to Middle-earth? Do you think Gandalf's return guarantees success? Should Aragorn be recast, or should the king come back one last time? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey, like the video, subscribe to Subiaverse and become part of a universe where the biggest stories in fantasy, sci-fi, and cinema come to life. Because here, stories don't just entertain. They transport you to worlds beyond imagination. And as long as there are legends waiting to be told, we'll be here to explore them. So until the next adventure, stay curious, stay legendary. And remember, every universe has a story. I'll see you in the next one.